Hello everyone and welcome back. This is pre-recorded of course because I'll be busy whenever this is uploaded. This is my 2022 Senate prediction for the US in this midterm. So without further ado, let's get started with the 2022 Republican and Democrat their chance to win the US Senate. I think most people agree that out of the two houses of Congress, this is the more competitive one. I think most people are taking it for granted by now that Republicans are gonna take the House, but whether they take the Senate is another question. So let's start. First thing I want to talk about my margins. My margins are 10-5-1, so in between here is a 10-5-1, same thing here, 10-5-1. So if it is solid, that just means it's more than 10 points. It doesn't mean it's more than 15 or 12 or whatever you rate it as. Okay, let's start with Alaska. Alaska, if you looked at the open primary results, I can't pull it up right now, but do we have any polling? Let me check. Alaska Senate. The poll has Chewbacca leading by 8, but I frankly don't think that Chewbacca will win. Mostly because this isn't Murkowski versus Chewbacca. That would be a two-way race. This is a race that does include Patricia Chesbro. I think it's going to be quite competitive between Murkowski and Chewbacca. I see Murkowski winning it by 1 to 2 points, but we'll never know until election date. But no matter what, this is not going Democrat. But what is going Democrat no matter what is Hawaii. Why are we even talking about this? Next is Washington. Washington actually has like a semi-competitive race this year. The ads down there. The ads are painful. Alright, so we actually have a current spread of Murray plus 8.7, mostly because of the outlier poll by Trafalgar. Trafalgar is actually normally one of the best pollsters, and I do think that Trafalgar is normally correct. I think this time around they were just wish casting for Tiffany Smiley. Frankly, Tiffany Smiley has no shot this time around, I think. No matter what the national environment is, it is still Washington. I don't think we can really see a scenario. If you look here, Emerson has it as Murray plus 9. Ignore these two. But Trafalgar has it as Murray plus 2. I have it as Murray plus 6. Really? For this one? So that's still a likely margin. Next is Oregon. Does Oregon even have any polling? Is this even... Well... Okay, so basically what happened here is at Aidan, you're immediately asking, what about my Oregon? Why is Washington likely Democrat when Oregon is way bluer than Washington? And that is a fact. Yes, Oregon is way bluer than Washington. In a normal cycle, Oregon would be more likely to flip. But Republicans dominated Jo Rae Perkins. Look at some of the things she set up. This is Oregon. You need to be quite moderate. I think Jo Rae Perkins would have worked in, say, I don't know, Alabama, but it wouldn't work in Oregon. So this is safe Democrat. California is like, do we even have any polling? Let's see. Padilla plus 22, yes, I'm gonna go by the poll. It's more than Padilla plus 22, really. Frankly, it's California. Next is Nevada. Nevada actually is one of the more competitive states this year. Wherever the hell this thing is. Yes, it's here. Okay, Adam Laxalt is at plus 2.1, and we know sometimes polls, it's one of the few states where polls overestimate Republicans, Nevada. Though Adam Laxalt is a good candidate, Catherine Cortez Masto is an unpopular incumbent. Just look at some of the ads. Adam Laxalt, Club for Growth, and the whole Senate GOP, they are banking on Nevada flipping, and I think that's really their best shot at a flip. I'm not saying that they won't flip any other seats, but I think that Nevada will go to them by 3 points, maybe, for Laxalt. 4, I see 4 possible. 5 is a bit of a stretch. And I think he'll pull Lombardo along, but that's for another day. Next is Arizona. Arizona is the one that I think really determines who is in charge of the Senate. Okay, think about it this way. If Democrats and Republicans win what they expected to, Republicans lose Georgia, they lose Pennsylvania, but they win Nevada, all eyes turn to Arizona. And thing about Arizona is that you'll be saying, but Blake Masters, he's so unelectable. And the truth is, yes, I think it could have been closer if the candidate was not Masters. But look at this, he's surging. He's just surging. Like he's going up, up, up. Okay, no, he went down a bit here. But I think Blake Masters is really... It's shaping up to be Republican favorable. I think it's going to be really close. I know some people who have it as lean Republican. Some people have it as tilt Democrat, tilt Democrat, lean Democrat. Some people even have it as lightly Democrat, but I think that's honestly a load of... We don't say that word here. But Arizona is going to flip Republican because Blake Masters, and I mean, he is slightly more fringe than other candidates, but Blake Masters actually has layman's endorsement. Blake Masters is Blake Masters, for lack of a better term. And the last thing is, if you watch the debate that happened very recently, Blake Masters utterly destroyed Mark Kelly in that debate, except for maybe the abortion part, which is a losing issue for Republicans, but we'll talk about that another day. Next is Utah. I really don't see Utah getting competitive. I know people are trying to say, oh, it's really competitive. And yes, most of these polls have it as like Lee +6, Lee +5. And if I trusted the polls, I put it as like likely Republican or even tilt. But you need to realize something. It is the exact same poster polling every single time. Deseret News, Hinckley Institution, same poster. It's the same poster. There is no other poster that is polling the Utah Senate this year. This is not likely GOP. It is solid GOP. Next is Idaho. I'm not even going to check. North Dakota, South Dakota. Are they even running a Democrat there? I know for the House they are not, but I'm not sure about the Senate. They probably are, but like, Colorado. Why is my spelling so bad? All the Republicans are trying to say, all the moderates, the neocons, they're all trying to say, this is the one that's going to be competitive. This is the year that the Colorado turns back to the right. And then they're all talking about how Colorado is the next Virginia. A lot of parity issues, by the way. And I think Bennett is gonna win by more than 8. I think the polls are underestimating Bennett. Even Trafalgar, which I think is severely overestimating Joe Dale. Like the last time round, there was a Senate election in Colorado against Glenn. I mean, RCP at 7.4. Wait, let's get the last. Did they have Trafalgar one here? No, Trafalgar wasn't a thing there. Let's get 20. This is annoying. Let's get the 2021 up. Let me pull it up. You see, this is irritating. This is downright irritating. Like, they literally have none of the data. Also, by the way, the problem, I think there's a bit of sound in the background. It's a construction from somewhere else, so I can't control it. So frankly, I think Colorado could be solid. I am quite reluctant to put it as solid, though I think it's going to be likely. I think it's going to be an 8-9 point victory for Bennett. Really, there's no chance of this flipping. Next one is Kansas. This one's downright hilarious, with all the Democrats saying that it will flip. Even the Hill and Emerson, which is severely underestimating Jerry Morit, by the way, here. 12 points. Kansas. And I mean, yes, Kansas is trending to the left. But it's a very right-wing state, so it's going to take a really long time to trend all the way to the left. It is never going to be a swing state, except for the one time when the Republicans nominated Chris Kobach to run for governor, but that's another thing. And then they also had the abortion referendum, which, like, I mean, the abortion referendum, I'm not really sure how it worked, but I think it's just a signal that Republicans aren't popular on their abortion stance. Next is Oklahoma. I don't even know why I'm doing this. Is this the correct one? No, this is the primary. They don't even have the general one. Okay, both are going red. I'm not sure if they nominated. Is Kendra Horn running? Let me search. Kendra Horn. So let's go. Okay, last time I believe Kendra Horn did an upset in one of the Oklahoma districts, the Oklahoma City one, but I heard that she's running. Maybe they're just trying to get her to run. She's not. I mean, but no matter what happens, these are red seats. Next is Louisiana. I really don't see an opening for Democrats here. I know this is a bit rude, but frankly, being a professional crack pipe smoker does not help your chances in a Republican state. Oh my. John Kennedy actually ran a solid ad, and I think John Kennedy's gonna cruise to victory. Arkansas, John Boozman's gonna win. Missouri, Eric Schmidt's gonna win. It's not Eric Beaton, so we don't have to talk about it. Iowa, Chuck Grassley's gonna win by 20 points or something, like he always does. Wisconsin, all the liberals were trying to say it's gonna get competitive, and we all know that Midwestern polling, especially, underestimates Republicans by a lot. I mean, Johnson plus 2.7 right now. Look at 2016 Senate. Let me just show you this. It had Feingold up by 2.7 and Johnson ended up winning by 3.4. So if we use this, Johnson wins by 9. Now, because polls, I think at that point in time, at October, today is the 12th. Oh, no, closer. Polls looks closer there. Feingold plus 3. It became Feingold plus. So it's around plus 9. Yeah, I think this is the part where it starts getting more accurate, and after that it gets less accurate again. So frankly, this is likely Republican. I really don't see an opening for Democrats here. Where I don't see an opening for Republicans is Illinois. Kathy Selvey just isn't popular. Indiana and Kentucky, the Todd Young and Rand Paul are gonna cruise to victory. Alabama, Katie Britt's gonna win. Ohio, Democrats have been begging to flip Ohio, and they think this cycle Tim Ryan's gonna flip it. I'm sorry, but no, Tim Ryan's not gonna flip Ohio. Where's my? Oh, okay, wait, sorry. This is the wrong year. We need the correct year apparently. Ohio. Yes, this is the one. Okay, Vance plus 1.4. This is ridiculous. Look at the Senate. Last time it was Portman plus 18.3. No, but this isn't competitive at all. We need to use the precedent data. Okay, let's look at precedent last time round. The polling had Trump plus 3.5. It ended up being 5 points more conservative. That was 2016. Let's look at 2020. Why don't we? 2020. Let's look at how they poll. Trump plus 1, it ended up being Trump plus 8.2, so it's like a 7-point error. If we apply that error here, this is also likely Republican. I think it's really similar to Wisconsin, except that J.D. Vance is not incumbent. Could it go solid if they nominated a better candidate? Yeah, but I don't really see a better candidate for the Republicans. Next one is Florida. Florida is likely Democrat. Florida's trending really hard to the right. I don't see it going anywhere for the Democrats. Val Demings picked the wrong cycle to run. She should probably have chosen 2024 with Rick Scott, and every time when you have Rick Scott, it's gonna be close, but the Democrats are gonna lose. Georgia, I am starting to have doubts about Herschel Walker. Earlier, it looked like this would be a best chance to flip. I mean, now of course we know it's Nevada, but I think that this will go to the runoff, and Herschel Walker will narrowly pick it off. Next is South Carolina. South Carolina is solid. So Republicans take the Senate. North Carolina is gonna be likely. Frankly, North Carolina, every time Democrats just keep thinking we're gonna win it. No, they're not. It's bet plus 1.5 right now. If we apply what happened in 2020 with the Senate and Tom Tillis, it was no, this is not Joe Cunningham, this is Kel Cunningham. It was plus 2.6. It ended up going to Tillis, so that like my math is around like 4.5 points more conservative than the polling. And the polling already, no, this is wrong. And the polling already has bet up. I think this could be an easily 6 to 7 point victory for Ted Budd. Okay, next few states, I'm just gonna go blue. Maryland, Connecticut, New York, Vermont. I think Peter Welch is gonna win Vermont. Chuck Schumer in New York. Richard Blumenthal in Connecticut, and who's it? Was it Van Hollen? I think it's Van Hollen in Maryland. Okay, now the last two. So let's start with New Hampshire first, actually. New Hampshire, this is a tough one. I think a lot of conservatives still think that New Hampshire will flip. Frankly, I don't think it will. There's a really late primary. It's really bad for Republicans all around. We don't really have any good polls from around here. But like, if we use like the polls from last time around 2016, say, they overestimated Ayodi and Hassan pulled off a surprise flip. I think this will go blue. Like, I really don't see it. I think it could go lean. I think Hassan could win by 3 to 4 points, but that's, there's no way. I think New Hampshire, I think if they nominated Chuck Morse, this could get close, but they didn't have any good candidates. Lastly is Pennsylvania with Dr. Oz. This is the one. This is the one that everyone's talking about. This is the one. And every year, Democrats, I mean, they actually won a few times, but like, still, look at, like, they're both going down. Like, this normally doesn't happen. Normally, they both go up. Fetterman plus 3.7 now. In 2020, I believe it was exact in 2020. 2018? There was one of the years where it was seriously off. No, not this. That was one of the years. I think it was 2016. Oof, yes. Yes, Trump pulled it off. 2.5 points. Now, of course, we can't just keep using polling biases from a couple of years ago and apply them again and again and again. But really, I think they're missing out this part of Western Pennsylvania. How do we know that they're missing out this part of Western Pennsylvania? If we look at Dr. Oz, let me get David McCormick. Let's get Pennsylvania. Let's see if it pops up. This is so annoying. Like, the automatic. Yes, it's here. Where McCormick won would be Western Pennsylvania. The polls had Oz way up. Like, if you actually look at this, McCormick overperformed by 12 points, which is a lot to say the least. I think that this area is gonna vote for Oz. McCormick has endorsed Oz. I think Oz is gonna win narrowly. So yeah, this is my 2022 midterm Senate prediction. I hope you will continue watching. Wait, no, that's the wrong line. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye. Wait, Oh wait, let's stop.